This is the story of how Hecate repaired my relationship with Raphael. Let's get into it. Hello, if you don't know who I am, my name's Sarah. I am that divination witch. Welcome to my channel. This is a safe space that I set up where you can ask questions. You can ask me to cover things. No questions are silly questions. So if you've got anything you want to ask or want my opinion on, please put it in the comments below. And I also have a link tree below. If you're interested in getting a reading from me, I have a shop and a Patreon. So yes, I'd be so grateful if you could check it out. Thank you. Yes, so what happened? How did Hecate, the Dark Mother, repair my relationship with Raphael? Let's explain. I just want to say this is my personal story, first and foremost. And it's been requested several times by you guys for me to talk more about my personal experiences. So, if you don't agree, well, that's fine. That's on you. But doesn't take away from the fact that this is what I've experienced and this is what I think and feel. So Raphael is an archangel, an angel of healing, and very powerful. He is mentioned in lots of the Bible, lots of Abrahamic mythology and theology. He's a very important figure. He is also a warrior. He helps punish demons, and one of his more famous stories is Raphael, where he helps Sarah against Asmodeus and stuff like this. So he is very prevalent within Abrahamic religions, and very right-hand path, if you ask me. I'd still say so. Whereas Hecate, well, if you're here, you probably know all about her. She isn't from Abrahamic religion, but she transcends all of that. She is found in Hellenic myth, yes, but she predates that. She's a primordial mother, the Dark Mother she's known as, just simply because she's a guide to lost souls. She's often known as a left-hand path deity. Now, you would say that these two energies are polarizing opposites and, well, would clash, you would think. But that's not the case at all. And the only thing that made anything clash, I suppose, was me. So I need to rewind time. When I was in the first few years of my practice, and I was discovering different deities around me. I was still learning divination myself. I was still learning more about deity work and paganism and different religions and things. And I was looking at things from a very narrow mindset, one which I have tried to change as best I can. It comes with time and knowledge and being able to accept when you're wrong and being able to accept different points of view and look at things through different eyes. But back then, I literally was one of these people who was like, Christianity equals bad. Abrahamic religion equals bad. Now I know better. It's not the religion. It's not the angels, the deities, the beings from the religion. It's the people. And there is good and bad in everything and good and bad everywhere and in every religion. So I can't tar everybody with the same brush. I can't say everybody is the same. I have met and interacted with some lovely Christians, some lovely Jewish people, Islamic people. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. And I've met some a-holes, and it's the same with witches, fellow pagans, some lovely people. Some a-hole people. You're going to get that everywhere. But back then, I was in that mindset. Now, at that time, I was first dipping my toes into learning more about demonology. And that's when Lilith first reached out to me, and she made herself known to me. And Lilith has been with me ever since, just to say. She flits in and out of my life, per se, but she is a constant. And I'm grateful to her. I love her very much. But I was more accepting of Lilith than of an angel. And I was more scared of an angel than a demon. And at that time, like I say, I was researching different pantheons, researching my ancestry, other things, I learned who my guardian angel was. Now, guardian angels, it's complicated. I do say, and I have learned, that my guardian angel is Raphael. But it may not specifically always be Raphael, because when it comes to angels and demons on the flip side, they have legions or people underneath them that work for them, sort of thing. There's a hierarchy. They work on a hierarchy system, and a lot of pantheons do. Even Greek pantheon, for example, you've got the nymphs and the daemons and the lesser spirits and gods. In Japan, you've got the yokai and other different spirits. You know, it's the same all over, but you know, there's somebody in charge, is what I'm trying to say. So Raphael, at the very least, is the one in charge of my guardian angel. If they are indeed someone more personal to me, I haven't met them in that regard, but I do know Raphael has a link with me, and not just me, my family too, from my mother's side of things, actually. And when I found that out, I was still in that mindset of Christian equals bad, you know? And I was ignorant, I'll hold my hands up. And ages ago, I did a story time about this, but it's one of my mega old videos. I've archived it. So at the time, basically, I saw Raphael's bad side, as in I saw his anger. Because angels can get angry too. You know, they're not all love and light. They're warriors at the end of the day. And if you're rude or ignorant or, you know, a dick, well, they're going to tell you off. And that's what happened to me. Long story short, I was very cheeky, I'll admit that. I said, how can you answer to a God that causes all these wars? Because I was looking at it through a lens of, well, you know, Yahweh's to blame for everything. Yahweh is another name for Christian, Jewish, Abrahamic God, to be honest. And he's complicated as well. He originated as a pagan god himself. It's complicated. I won't get too much into it. But yes, I've got a piece of fluff on my mouth. Sorry. I was ignorant, looking at it through that lens, and said to him, how can you answer to a god like that? It's disgusting. All the things that happen in the world. And he tried to say, which he's right. But at the time I was ignorant, and that is my oven. But he was right. He tried to say that, look, it's not the god. It's the humans. It's the way us humans react. And it is. He's right. Because religion's man-made. It's us that make the rules and change the goalposts and do all the horrible acts and cause wars and all sorts of things in the name of religion. The gods don't ask for that. You know, same as there's other gods that are demonized now. And I realise this, for like Baal, I'm thinking of, you know, he is classed as a demon now, but he was once a Canaanite god who may have, you know, had things done in his name that are not so nice, let's say, but did he ask for that? No. The humans assumed to do that, you know? It's like wars fought in Yahweh's name. Did Yahweh ask for that? No, the humans did it. That's the way I see it anyways now. But back then, no, I was pretty ignorant, and well, I saw his angry side. I saw him full on angel angry form with all the eyeballs everywhere. It scared me. I can't lie. His energy at the time was very intense. It was kind of like I had an argument with an angel, but I was rude. I was. And since then, I remember telling him actually to F off, which you should never do. I was disrespectful. And since then, well, we haven't really spoke until recently. Now, I have apologised since then. I mean, yes, we spoke, and I've said sorry. I've realised the error of my ways, but there's been this awkward air ever since. And it's more on my end, really. When I come to think of it, he's my guardian angel. He wasn't there to hurt me. I was in an ignorant mindset. I was rude. What do I expect, you know? If I was rude to Hecate, she wouldn't be nice to me. And it was Hecate that helped me realise that, actually, that there's good and bad in everything. And that's how a dark mother has helped me realise that I was wrong. She helped me expand my mindset over the years. She's helped me give chances to beings that I wouldn't normally do. I used to be in the ignorant mindset about Hecate as well and think, well, she'd never get along with an angel, and you can't work with angels and demons. They hate each other. Spiritual warfare, all of this. Now, this is something that is spread online quite a bit, this spiritual warfare stuff. It's not happening in angel versus demon. There may be negative entities out there and things you need to protect yourself against. Yes, it's not all love and light and sunshines and rainbows. But angels and demons aren't what you think, and they aren't at war with each other. There are some that don't really get along because of the past, but they'll be civil if it means your greater good. Prime example, Raphael, Asmodeus. Big history between them. Horrible things happened. But if it's in your greater good, if you are, they're human and, they both want to help you, they'll set their differences aside to do so. That is how it operates. We need both sides. And just because something has the label of an angel doesn't mean it's all love and light. And just because something has the label of a demon doesn't mean they're all darkness and evil. There is balance in both. There are beings out there that are classed as angels and demons, but under other words, depending on the religion, depending on the culture that they come from. And it's Hecate herself that's helped me realise that, because she in herself as a being, she is often known as the Dark Mother, as this dark energy, and people label her a demon, which I'm trying to dispel that. I am, because there's so much fear-mongering and misinformation out there about her. But yes, she does have a dark side. She isn't a demon per se, but you could say she's like one. She can be as dark as one, but she can be as loving as an angel and as light as an angel, She does both. She is a being of both. We need the dark, we need the light, yin and yang, balance. That's our universe. But once upon a time, I didn't think that. And I didn't think that if you were working with demons, you could work with angels, or vice versa. It was either one or the other for me. Very black and white thinking, very polarized thinking. But that's not healthy. And that's why I'm telling you this story, that yes, I was rude to him. And yes, I got my ass whooped in a way. I was frightened on purpose. He told me off. Basically, he looked very scary at me, gave me a warning. I was like, fuck off, which I shouldn't have done. And then it was this frosty, weird energy. As I've grown over time, I've apologised. We all make mistakes at the end of the day. I was an ignorant human. Didn't know any better. Now I do. All's forgiven. At the end of the day, he's looking out for me as my guardian angel. I appreciate him greatly. I now know better. I now know as well more about Yahweh than I used to know. I'm not saying that Yahweh is my God by any means, but I respect him as a God, and to each their own. At the end of the day, we're all different. We've all got different ideas, different paths, and there's good and bad in everyone. At the end of the day, Yahweh's done bad things. Yahweh has done good things. Hecate's done bad things. Hecate's done good things. And she has helped me realise that. So that's the story I'm sharing today. You guys have requested more of my personal stories, so there you go. There's one. Now me and Raphael, well, we are now talking again. I'm not saying I'm working with him. I'm never saying never. It's just my path at the moment. I'm doing different things at the moment. But I accept and acknowledge he is my guardian angel. I appreciate him greatly. I'm no longer afraid. I'm no longer wary. And now I know better, especially the job I do, because I do a lot of deity confirmations for people. You've got to be respectful, even if you don't really like a deity and what they stand for. Like back then, didn't really like Yahweh. It's not a popularity contest. He doesn't care. You've just got to be respectful, even if it's someone you don't gel with, because you don't know them. It's like when you meet a human being for the first time, sometimes you might get a feeling like, oh, they're a bit weird, but do you really know them? You trust your instincts, of course. I think there's something in that, but you don't have to be an a-hole about it. Life's too short. You don't need to cause drama. You don't need to be ignorant and rude. And yeah, that's my opinion on it. So I I hope that's been illuminating. That's my experience and my story. If you've got anything similar, let me know. If there's anything else you want me to talk about, any other deities you want me to talk about in my other series, any suggestions, let me know. I'm more than happy to help. And until next time, stay safe and stay witchy. Bye.